how not to lose money in closing out your flip. Where most people fail is when they close out the flip. That means your checklist, your items. Today I'm at one of my projects that's being JV'd, and I'm gonna give you my experience that we're experiencing currently, actively, right now, that you would experience as a new investor, even as a seasoned investor, right? At the end, at the finish line, that's where all the stuff that you're trying to finish out, punch out, I call it the big punch out list, and getting all the contractors aligned to make sure everything is done. That's when you should get the property the most. I'm gonna tell you where I mess up sometimes and where you should be looking at. Also, I'm gonna give you a checklist at the bottom of this video you can download for free. If you watch to the end of the video, I'll give it to you. All you gotta do is basically put your email in and then we'll send it right out to you of how not to mess up. And we're gonna go into it, all right? Because right now we're about 2 weeks behind because of punch out, legit punch out. Okay, so we've been trying to punch out this property for almost 2 weeks. Now I'm gonna give you a little background story. Now this flip is about an hour and 10 minutes away from me. If there's traffic, an hour and 30 minutes. That should tell you a lot, right? So that means if you're gonna come to a project that's far away from you, you need to make sure that you're checking everything off the list. So I'm gonna give you a quick little tip of what I use to make sure all the contractors are on pace and they're doing what they're supposed to do. So I use CompanyCam. So I use that to take pictures and I speak into the app when I take the picture to tell them, hey, you need to do this, do this, do this, do that. For example, I've told these guys about the weather strips on these doors. We always get nicked for that. And they always seem to forget it. Like right now, like it's done on this door, it's done on that door, but they seem to have missed it on the door in the laundry room, right? Just the smallest things. And you can see the sunlight coming through. Sometimes these guys are trying to rush through and to get rush payment. So the reason why we've been here for almost 2 weeks is because every time I come back, there's always something else I gotta do. They don't pay attention. So the crew leader has not been paying attention and that costs me money. So now I'm deducting money from them because of that. I'm like, hey, you gotta keep coming back. I want this to be done. And another thing that they've just been kind of just lingering around is cleanup. Like if you look at my yard, like it's just dirty. So I'm gonna say part of this is on me and I have to take responsibility and ownership here because I should have made them all clean this all up from the jump, right? Although I've said I should have enforced it. I shouldn't have waited to the end of the project to do that. So parts of it kind of got out of hand. So when you're doing multiple flips, this can happen. Now you gotta learn from my mistakes. So this is why I have a checklist of why I go through these things. The property looks good, but it's just trying to get to that finish line. We can't seem to catch a break to get to the finish line because we gotta come back and just touch up things. And because it's far away from these guys, and the hardest thing is when you have contractors that are subcontractors that's like far out, they're working on other things, they gotta come back, they gotta stop that. Is it ideal for them? No. But is it ideal for you? No either. And you gotta finish your project to put the house on the market, especially in this market. So here are a few things I'm gonna give you to make sure you have your checklist. Always check the paint, the drywall, all your switches, your AC, and all your electrical. So you gotta go to the panel, turn all the breakers on, check your floodlights, make sure everything works. Like I'm in the kitchen now, you can see how the light is on and it's working, right? And if I'm here in my dining room, and I'm gonna turn the switch behind me here, my dining room switch doesn't work, right? So the electrician has to come out. Another thing, for example, you gotta check, right? When I say check all your stuff, make sure everything is connected properly, like it's secure. And like, for example, like this light switch here, this is, oh, they fixed it. It was a little loose. They fixed that, right? But here's the kicker, right? They fixed that, but they didn't fix this. Like, why is this not fixed right here? Let's like, why is the switch here not fixed, right? So it's little things like this, like some of the light switches are just not popped in correctly. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you guys can see it. Like, it's just not done. Like, watch this, look at this, right? Like, it's just like, that's not done properly. So there's a lot of little things. I gotta make sure it gets done. I gotta take pictures so it's completely done, like the caulking. So like the baseboards, you gotta caulk the baseboards so you don't see the little lines. Like they came back and they fixed that. But caulking, the baseboards, make sure that's done, the paint. And one of the things that I learned, I continuously learn is sometimes paying people, going with the leaser amount bid doesn't help. And this one, we had a good electrician, but he was lazy. He just didn't get things done how he needed to get it done. And maybe he had too many jobs. Maybe lazy is not the proper terminology because he probably watched the video. And he's a good electrician, it's just, he's just missing little things. And it is annoying. I was like, bro, put the switch in. And everyone's trying to rush and get paid. Problem you're gonna have is everyone wants to rush to get paid. So you gotta make sure you're on your list. Like, it doesn't matter how they're feeling, it's your money. And remember, when you're flipping properties, contractors get paid, title company gets paid, realtor gets paid on the front end. You are the investor, you're the last one to get paid. And if you have money tied up with other people, you both are the last one to get paid. So it needs to do you justice to make sure that you're doing things right. A few things too as well that we gotta look at, and this probably what took delay was we started spending too much money. So we had to kind of dial it back, which is why you see 2 sets of appliance. So I'm returning the other appliances that we bought for about $2,500, and we bought some refurbished appliances that was like $1,500. So we save $1,000 there. So these are the little things that if you're not catching them towards the end, is gonna really bother you. So when you get so close to the end, you're making the interest payments, you're doing a whole bunch of stuff, you gotta be very cognizant of getting your punch list done. So you wanna come here with blue tape everything. Hey, fix this, fix that, fix this, fix that. So the guys, I put blue tape on all this stuff and they still missed it, right? But still reiterate it. And I don't even know where to go from there. So I'm kind of pissed, but nonetheless, you got to do your best to make sure that you're knocking out the punch out list as much as possible. And you got to walk around with blue tape on you. You got to walk around with pictures and CompanyCam to make sure the guys are getting to the end. Because right now we're a little bit behind and things are not done. Like, I'm looking at a few things right here, like even on this light, they didn't even loop this in. It's just like some of the stuff is just freaking laziness. So, well, I don't know. I'm a little frustrated in this video, but I'm a little pissed. And let me frame this right. The house is done right. It's just the little details, the small details. Like, let's get that done. So we don't have an issue, right? And we gotta make sure it's done correctly. So I'm about to go blue tape this now, and I'm gonna walk around with some blue tape so the guys know what they gotta do, so we can kind of be done. So I got my blue tape in hand. I'm just gonna do things like, right? Make sure I just do this. Hey, put this up, fix that. A few other things like right here. Then we gotta fix on the drywall side. And I've told them several times to fix that. And go here, secure this in. Secure that in, fix the drywall that's there. And go here, this outlet switch, put blue tape on it. And do as much as I possibly can here with the blue tape while I'm on the video. And I'm just gonna start like right here, look at this. Like, look. Like, remember, you're gonna get an inspection, guys. Like, so you have to do this thing the right way. And the gap, the door gap, that's here. You can see, you'll probably see the door gap here. You gotta fix the door gap. Well, I will give them credit for this. I know this video sounds like I'm nagging, but I'm not. But they did do all the caulking correctly. Like, look at the caulking, right? You don't see anything. Like, this is pristine, perfect. So that's awesome. They fixed the window seal. Let's make sure that's good. So we're good on that. They even fixed some of this up top. There's a lot of things they did great. Like, the kitchen was installed perfectly. The hardware was put in great. So I don't want you to think like I'm just giving you a video of the little small things. Like, for example, the painter. So one of the things the painter did here, the painter didn't do the best job on this particular wall here. Let me zoom out. In the bathroom, he has to paint the whole bathroom again, in my opinion. I'm gonna write on here, like paint this whole entire wall and touch up as well, so you can get this out the way. Right, and then go here. The paint is just not cut out great here as well, but I did clean the window, so got a little bit more debris we got to get cleaned out. Bring it to the front, like bring this to the front so you can, you know, get this trash out here. Just write some messages for them to bring that out to the front, and we should be good to go. That's what it is. When you're flipping properties, make sure you have a checklist to get these things done. For electrical, for plumbing, you gotta check everything. I'm saying every single thing, down to your doorbell, like to make sure it works. Like for me, see, you gotta check all of it. Like, you have to check all these things, and you gotta have a thorough checklist for each segment. So I'm gonna give you a real thorough checklist that's gonna help you so you don't make the same mistakes I made in learning along the way. And even if you're a seasoned vet, sometimes you're doing so many properties, you might even forget. But if you go off that checklist, it's gonna help you. Take your time to do it. And that's what I'm doing now. Look at all this trash. Like, yeah, look at all this. Look at all this trash. Like, come on, man. I'm gonna dock that from their pay. Like, I'm gonna have to hire somebody to come there. And the thing is, my dumpster is gone now because my days were up. And now I gotta have another person come. Like, come on, man. But this is partly my fault too. I'm not gonna lie. If I were to make sure I stayed on top of that, we gotta always take accountability, right? And I've told them several times, but I should be more of a stickler. Nah, it's my fault though. So I'm about to get somebody out here, deduct that, and get it out the way. Guys, hopefully you found some value in this type of content. If you did, if you need funding on your deals for your fix and flip, I am a hard money lender, an active flipper. If you guys need assistance in flipping your properties or you want to do a consultation, case may be, just let me know. Hopefully you found some value in this video. I put this content out so you guys can not make mistakes and make money. So let's make sure you guys stay in profit and not lose, and also win flipping properties. So I'll see you guys in the next video.
Turning dreams into deeds is the firm's creed. Flip a house, fix it up, every step we lead. Construction on point, profits we exceed. Full circle's the name, in this game we succeed.